Okay, this is where it all started. It's as far as back as I can remember. This is where we started off at, me, Kenneth, and Kevin, and we were here at this house till we were about 7 or 8 years old. Growing up, this was a really good neighborhood. We had a lot of friends. Kevin had a lot of friends. We went to school right down the street. Actually, we used to walk to elementary school to Bergen Vandenberg. We had a really good childhood. Kevin was a really happy kid. He didn't he didn't seem to have any problems with making friends. All in all, this was a good place growing up, and we had fun as kids. We had really really good memorable moments, good moments.
Put all the pieces together or look at everything when you look back at it, and especially after talking to these counselors that we went and saw, you can see now, okay, he was somewhat depressed and somewhat isolated and keeping those feelings to himself. My phone rang while I was at work. I pulled it out of my pocket and checked it, and when I saw it was Kenneth name, I answered right away, and as soon as I heard his voice, I immediately knew something was wrong, the way he was talking and how loud he was talking. And he told me, Daddy, something's wrong with Kevin. He's not moving. As soon as he said that, I knew immediately he had died. And going out the door, when I first got to the door for the parking lot, I could barely stand up. It seemed like my legs had got weak. But I made it to the car. When I got in the car, by the time I got down the block from the job and was on my way home, I called my mom and them and told them to get over to the house right away. Something had happened with Kevin. And at that time, your mind, you just, seems like a lot of stuff goes in slow motion at that time. You just want it to be a dream so bad that you want to wake up from, but it wasn't. The worst part is, I saw my job and my role is to be their protector and to bring them up in life. And for whatever reason, I couldn't do that for him. That I lost him. And no matter what people tell you about, oh, you did the best you could, or this, and that, to me, that does me no good at all.
This is Kevin's room. Actually, that's his room right there. This is where everything started at. This is where we got the name from for the organization. We lived in this house. We moved here when we were in third or fourth grade. Kevin, he spent a lot of time in his room drawing on his computer, doing things that he enjoyed doing, really. Knock on his door again. Hey, Kevin, come on, it's time to go. We got to get ready to go back to school. No answer still. So I'm thinking he got his headphones on or whatever, just on his computer, being Kevin. So I grabbed like a little debit card or credit card, and I picked the lock to his door. And when I picked the lock, I opened the door, and I seen him laying on his bed. And that's where we found him. That's where he passed away at. And it was just a weird moment because a few hours ago we were having a conversation, and then it was just, he wasn't there. It was just a body. It was just a tough time in my life, probably the toughest time in my life.
Kevin he led the way for us, and I don't know if he seen that with him being the oldest and him being out in front, but he led the way for me and Kenneth. And I don't think we verbally told him that. He was the leader, you know. He was leading the way for us. He was showing us how to do things and how to be better people. The day before Kevin passed, you know, I never forget, I had a dentist appointment. And Kevin had went running that morning. On his way back from his run, I was driving past him. And he walked up and he was like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I'm like, I got a dentist appointment I got to make it to. And he said, "Can you stop and get me a slushie from 7-Eleven?" I told Kevin, I was like, you know, I think about it. And he looked at me and he just shook his head. He was like, "Okay." You know, so that, I feel like if I would have got that damn such a Slurpee, like a slushie from 7-Eleven or something like that, you know, that maybe that was him, like, you know, would he do this for me? You know, like what would they do for me? You know, I don't know if that was him asking that or what, but I just felt like I should have went and got that damn Slurpee on the way back, you know, and maybe that would have changed something. There was so many people there. I was trying to register that at first, like, wow. You don't think it affects that many people until you show up to something like that, and they all were affected the same way you were affected. Just to see that many people are affected by the decision one person can make, you know, in their circle, that shows a lot. This organization me and my brother Keith started on behalf of my older brother Kevin that committed suicide in 2011. He was a unique person, so we wanted the organization to reflect that. We just want to raise awareness and, like I said, create a comfortable space for people to express themselves. If we continue bringing attention to this, and not just attention, but finding solutions, finding answers, letting these people know that are going through these problems that, hey, you're not the only person that feel like this. I mean, everything I do now, I think about, you know, what would he say about it? Everything, you know, everything is a reflection of him at this point. You know, I don't even think I'm living for myself anymore. I'm living strictly for him at the moment. And I don't think that it's ever gonna change. I think he'd be delighted. I think he'd be proud that we actually went on ahead and did something in his name. I know he will be, and how we did it. If I could speak to him one last time, I'd say, you know, you messed us up. You know, I hope you're happy with where you're at. You know, I just hope you're making it happen. You know, I hope whatever you're doing is important. And I know it. I know if he doing it, you know, it gotta be important. So whatever he got going on, and my other family that's with him, they doing some things to make not just our situation, but humanity better. So I just tell him, you know, I love him, and, you know, I'm still here for him, still down.